Nokia 2 review. Nokia's phone range doesn't mess about with confusing names. The higher the number, the better the phone is. The Nokia 2 is not a high-end phone then, just one rung above the most basic model. However, it still costs $99.99, £99.99, 115 Australian dollars. We have a right to expect a decent experience. Nokia 2 release date and price. The Nokia 2 is out now and costs $99.99, £99.99, 115 Australian dollars. It is not quite the cheapest phone going but is a mobile you can buy some free without decimating your monthly budget single-handed. HMD Global, the company behind recent Nokia phones, plans to release a Nokia 1 later this year for $79.99, £79.99, around 145 Australian dollars. It has a slightly smaller screen and may offer somewhat better day-to-day performance as it has the Android One Go operating system instead of full Android. Key features. The Nokia 2 is a basic smartphone for those who want something that doesn't cost a lot SIM-free, or that comes free on an affordable contract. There are a few neat parts to this phone, though. It has metal sides rather than a pure plastic frame, and the screen is surprisingly vivid for a low-end model. The Nokia 2's battery is also huge at 4,100 mAh, letting it outlast any big-name phone in this class. A Snapdragon 212 chipset and 1GB of RAM aren't going to impress anyone, though, including the little green guy who lives inside Android. Design. The Nokia 2 looks like a relative of Nokia's old Lumia phones. It has a pull-off plastic battery cover, curved to feel good, but the sides are anodized aluminum rather than plastic. Some phones with metal sides manage to feel quite high-end even with plastic rears. The Nokia 2 doesn't, because of the plastic's curve and you can feel there's a slight air gap under the battery cover. It doesn't have the pleasing density of a unibody design. The Nokia 2 has no water resistance, though. There are no rubber seals anywhere. One positive point is the Nokia 2 does not seem especially heavy or fat even though it has an unusually large battery. It's 9.3 mm thick and 161 grams, so is empirically quite chunky, but hides this fairly well. Screen. The Nokia 2's screen is one of its stronger elements, even though it doesn't sound that good at all on paper. It's 5 inches across and has a resolution of just 720p. The Moto G5 and Huawei P10 Lite both have 1080p screens. It's not a huge issue, though. 720p still looks fairly sharp at this size, and obvious pixelation is only evident in small fonts. Color and contrast are both remarkably good, giving the Nokia 2's display a rich and potent appearance. There's no customization of the color profile, but it looks perfectly fine as is. HMD Global hasn't skimped too much on protection either. A pane of Gorilla Glass 3 sits on the screen. It's not the latest version of this toughened glass but will still keep scratches away if you treat the phone reasonably well. Battery life. The Nokia 2's battery is one of its standout features. It's a 4,100 mAh unit, far larger than that of most other budget phones. Camera. The Nokia 2 has bizarrely low-end camera hardware. Its rear camera has an acceptable 8MP sensor, but the lens has an unusually small f/2.7 aperture. This means the hole in the lens is rather narrow, letting less light in,